Okay, this is part 2. Sorry about that. All right, I became aware of all my lifetimes back to Atlantis and one before that. All right, in detail, many details about each one of them. I can only say this, out of all my lifetimes, you learn very little in any lifetime. Atlantis was incredible. It was the only time planet Earth was at peace. The 9 races that lived here were incredible, compassionate beings. Couldn't lie, couldn't cheat, couldn't steal. You didn't want to. You didn't kill. You didn't eat animals. So there was a lot of incredible things going on. How people lived together, knowing, and you could see, read. We didn't speak much. People didn't have to say, well, what's happening today? You knew a person's feelings, emotions, so you couldn't lie, and it was incredible. But 2 alien races decided that wasn't beneficial for them, especially when they were trying to work with planet Earth. But I'm not going to go into that. All right? The second most important part of that was my life many lifetimes later. All right? We'll go into mine, but you need to become aware of yours. They can only help you in your physical world, physical life, and help you understand who and what you are, which direction you're going. Oh, I got to learn this. You don't learn anything in a month, a week, or 10 years. What'd you learn? Oh, I don't kick somebody. I don't punch somebody. I don't drink too much. I don't speed too fast. What do you learn? Do you learn anything about a God? What God really is? The Bible doesn't say. The Bible doesn't talk about God. Why? Because it doesn't know. Moses wrote most of the beginning of the Bible, and he didn't know much at all. He went against his own truth, his own teachings as well. So I do a lot of lectures on Moses alone. I know people hate that and despise it, but basically it's all in the Bible. Who he was, what he was. It doesn't say he was a spiritual person. They didn't even know what spiritual was then, and they still don't know what it is today. And I challenge you to say what spiritual really means. And the other word that's taking over the world is ascension, which I'm not going to go into right now. That's just a lot of complex definitions. Ascending means going to heaven. Ascension means going through the path to become ascended master. Big difference. Nobody goes through that. All right? No alien does. They can't help you how to get there. All right. Here's the most important question you should have for yourself. Why are you here on this planet? Can you save your soul? Can you save the planet? Do you want to? Do you think you have to? Do you think that's why you came here? If you say yes, you don't know the truth. You're not looking for the truth. No alien race is going to be helping us, or they're not going to help us understand God at any greater level. All this higher dimension and all that doesn't mean anything to you because you're in the body. If you leave your body, your soul, and it's what it is. We're not going to go into that. I could go into a lot of things. I will be doing lectures, I'll be doing workshops, and I'll be doing teaching classes on how to become that, if you really care about the truth, which very few people do. I've been doing shows for a long time. Very few people are afraid of the truth. If you know a lot about the truth, especially what happens after you die, where you go, and the things you do, you might be afraid. First off, dealing with karma is an incredibly scary thing for most people. Things that they did or think they did that was wrong and bad and all that. Never mind, is there anything after death? Is there really life after death? All those little questions that stay within a person's consciousness until they experience and know the difference. Now, a death experience is the first step. It doesn't make you spiritual. It doesn't give you any great awareness other than that you are not able to die as soul. So that's an incredible thing. But it's not anything pertaining to spiritual. Not dying and being aware. It doesn't make you spiritual. People go, that's spiritual. No, it's not. It's the first step. It's like going into kindergarten. All right? So I go into questions that very few people on this planet can even deal with. And I challenge every single spiritual person out there, every spiritual leader, every UFO person about their truth, about it. Everybody has the truth. How many people have the real truth of anything important? Well, I know a lemon, you plant a seed, it turns into a lemon tree. Really? There's things that are okay to know, but does it help you spiritually? Out of all the people you know, name one spiritual person, and don't say the Pope, don't say the Dalai Lama, don't say Deepak Chopra, Eckhart Tolle, or even Oprah. They have no clue about a God. Ask the alien races you talk to. all the higher beings. And they talk about higher. They don't talk about God because they don't know God. When they talk about all these realms, and I explained that once before, and just in case you didn't hear it, each realm, the physical world has 3 realms. In each one of those realms, there's 3 other realms, so that's 3, 6, 9 in each realm. So when they talk about the higher 8th dimension, 6th dimension, they're still in the physical dimension. The concept of 6-dimensional beings, no, they're walking in and out of the dimensions in this reality. Sorry about that. People are being programmed at every level by all these spiritual so-called people, or these New Age people, or the UFO people. They have no clue. They're telling you lies. Everything you believe is a lie. I promise you that. Do people know Jesus? Do people know what they're talking about? Now, as I go through this, I put my life on the line. What you see, what you hear is the truth, and I put my life, and I give my life to God to prove that, to say that. All right? There's no difference between little gods and deities, and they're important, but they're not God. And you will learn that when you start leaving your body, going through the lower dimension, which is the astral plane. And I'll bring this up real fast. Shirley MacLaine put a movie out many years ago, Out on a Limb. She put herself out on a limb when she came out and told that story and saying it was her truth. She talked about something nobody talked about publicly, was the silver cord. And if you ask people today, oh, there's no silver cord, because they don't even know or how to determine whether it's real or not. If it's on top of them, if it's around them, they just don't know. All right? The problem is the truth is so hidden, so locked out, and there's reasons. A good friend, Sergeant 18, talks about Lucifer a lot. And hopefully we'll get on a couple shows together and talk about that. There's just so many things going on. Who's controlling this planet? Michael, Gabriel? Angels? No. People believe angels came here to teach? No, they didn't. There's no teachings, except Muhammad's idea of Gabriel teaching him. Angels aren't teachers. They're not gods. I'd rather go to a deity before I go to an angel. Just so you know, deities are a lot higher. Except there's different kinds of deities, the same as there's different kinds of demons and entities. There's a few deities that are gods, and there's one on every realm up until the soul plane where soul dwells before it lets go of the soul body. All right? There's one deity up there. There's one on the 4th, 3rd worlds as well. The astral plane, on top of the astral plane, there's 3 deities, and Lucifer is one of them. Satnam, Jehovah, is one of them. And the Hindu god, Brahma, is one of them as well. They're deities. They control the energies and the forces of the souls that go in and out or past them or not. They don't allow people to go past them in general. And there's things you have to learn to do that. I mean, if you take all the make-believe stories and they have to find this key and all these secret words and stuff, it's very much the same, but it's a lot more complex because it's all about soul and what soul has to learn within itself. So there's a lot of things you can learn and need to learn if you want the truth, if you want to understand what spiritual truly means. You can listen to all the shows out there. Sargel is one of the people showing you the things that are really affecting this world and the astral plane in great detail. Nobody else has come close to that. I'm saying there's many realms and dimensions and things that you need to go through to get away from that, to get beyond that, which is why you're here. You're not here to play with aliens. They're not going to help you in any way. So as we move forward, it's time to start looking at your life, what it really means to you, and what you want out of it. You want to live life, buy a house, buy a car, have children? That's all you're going to get out of life. And you're going to die, you're going to reincarnate, and start the same project all over again. And not learn anything more about death, about soul. Just because you die doesn't mean you learn about it. Because when you reincarnate back to this world, which you will do, I mean, Buddha explained and taught a lot about that more than anybody else. Jesus talked about it as well, but in a totally different way. So the teaching's out there to understand it, but learning how to deal with it and work through it and then prove it to yourself is the most important thing. Can you and will you? So it's time to take that step, and you don't have much time to do it. The world's crashing in on itself because of the ignorance of man. People like Tesla working with alien races, bringing technology into the world that's going to destroy it. Free energy is not important, not to the human soul. Soul has all the energy it needs. There was a person going around the United States. He started in Jersey. Better World Technologies. He actually created free energy machine then. Was trying to install it. They arrested him. It cost $1 million to get out of jail. But he had a noiseless jackhammer. He invented those dome homes. He was an inventor. He came out with this machine that could create energy out of the air. But he disappeared. Free energy, what they're releasing like 5G, it's energy that's going through the air. That's going to kill you. So there's a lot of things going to take place in front of you while you're thinking it's a good thing. And the old saying, if it's too good to be real, it probably is. If you think 5G is going to make your cell phone run better, sound better, think again. They already warned you about putting your cell phone next to your brain. So this energy is a lower frequency which can cut through anything. Pull up Nick Baggage. He worked with the HARP system and what it does and how it can control energy in people's minds anywhere in the world through the HARP system. It was proven. Jesse Ventura had a show on TV, went in the White House and talked to the person that invented it. So it's not all this make-believe story. And if you see a working model and stuff and you have it worked on you, you'll understand it. But are you ready to take the next step? Please say you are. If you are, I got a lot to get into and I have a lot to tell you if you're interested and want to learn about spirit, protection, and moving on from this realm. All right, I spent 40 years traveling the inner worlds. I had 5 death experiences. I can go on, but it's a matter of what are you ready to do for yourself? Listen to another speaker tell you how to make money? Money will never get you closer to God. Ever. With that, peace. My site is www.adventuresintothe.strange.com. All right, thank you for listening, and if you can, send this video to your friends. If you have a question, send it into Hawksblood at adventuresintothe.strange.com, and I will put it on my site and answer the questions. I'm going to make it that way because I'm not going to do it on the radio for a while. But if you have a serious question, you really want to talk about it, understand it, please, I'll help you get your answer. I'm not going to make it up. I put my life on the line always in God's truth, and my life is dedicated to God. No one else. I don't care what any other person on this planet says about me, because all I can do is talk about the truth. If you want it, if you're ready for it, please tune in. Send me an email. Hawksblood1 I'll keep informed of anything. I do want to create a spiritual center, teaching spiritual things, which nobody does. All right, with that, till next time, Tommy Hawksblood here.